Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Platt. I am one of the science tutors for the Student Success Commons. And in this video, I would like to go over the quadriceps and the hamstrings. These are antagonist groups of muscles. Quadriceps has 4 muscles in the group. Hamstrings has 3 muscles in the group. All right, and they do opposite actions. So let's go over the quadriceps first. And this one right here in the front is the rectus femoris. And then let's check, this is medial, here's our big toe. So this is going to be vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, and underneath here, if I can get this out, I don't know why this one is so hard, but it is. This is vastus intermedius. So we have vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, and vastus intermedius. I don't know why the middle one is named differently, but that's how it is. All right, so that is where those are. Now, we don't need to know origin and insertion for the other 3. We do need to know it for rectus femoris. But it is very helpful to know the insertion because all 4 of them insert on the tibial tuberosity. So it is helpful to know that all of them do that. So the rectus femoris inserts here. Its origin is actually crosses the hip joint. Remember the hip bone here? Here's where the sacrum attaches. Here's the pubic symphysis. There's the acetabulum where the femur joins it, articulates with it. So the rectus femoris origin is up here on the anterior inferior iliac spine, this point right here. All right, let's put the femur up here. All right, so it's coming from here all the way down and inserting down here on the tibial tuberosity. The others attach, origin is somewhere on the femur. So the biceps femoris is the only one that crosses the hip joint, which makes a difference because that means the biceps femoris does 2 actions and the others only do 1 action. All right, so the biceps femoris flexes the hip because it pulls insertion toward origin, which is above the hip joint, and it extends the knee. The others all only extend the knee because they're pulling toward here somewhere. So they're only pulling on the knee. All right. So let me show you what those look like. Sorry about the camera angle and stuff. All right. So your biceps femoris is here. Vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius is down in, right? So the biceps femoris is going to flex the hip and extend the knee. Remember, muscles only pull, never push. So these muscles can only do things on this side. These muscles can only do things on this side. So your biceps femoris is going to flex the hip and extend the knee. All the other 3 are only going to extend the knee. Stretch it out straight. All right. So let's look at where these are on the little guy. So right here we have our rectus femoris. And then we have our vastus lateralis, our vastus medialis, and of course the vastus intermedius, which is down underneath there. All right. That is the quadriceps. There's 4 of them, quadriceps. All right. And then we're going to do the hamstrings, which are the antagonist. So they're back here. And let me make sure I get this correct. The biceps femoris is here. All right, it is on the lateral side. There's the pinky toe. Lateral side of the femur. And then we have our semitendinosus and our semimembranosus. It looks like they're the same muscle. They're actually 2 muscles there. All right, the one on top is the tendinosus. Tendinosus is on top. Semitendinosus, semimembranosus. And I'm not going to take these guys off because they're just really difficult to get off. The biceps femoris does have 2 prongs. We don't see it on here. just like the biceps brachii does, and it's named after the bone, just like the biceps brachii is. So this is your biceps femoris on the lateral side. That's important to remember. Your tendinosus and membranosus are on the medial side. All right, on the big toe side. Okay, so that's where those are. Now let's take a look at the origins and insertions. They all originate in the same place. Here's our hip bone again. All three hamstrings originate on the ischial tuberosity. That's where you sit, okay? That's right there. They all originate there, all right? Remember, we've got our femur here, like so. So they are all originating right here, down under here, all righty? So then the biceps femoris inserts on the lateral condyle of the tibia and the head of the fibula, which I'm going to have to move some things to be able to juggle all this, I do believe. All right. So they start up at the ischial tuberosity, right? The origin. Then they come down, and here's our very crooked fibula. But remember, the tibia is medial. Here's our medial malleolus, and then this is our lateral malleolus. And it doesn't fit right because it is crooked, but it does go there, all right, approximately. So the biceps femoris comes down and attaches on the lateral side of the tibia and on the head of the fibula. Remember, fibula is lateral, all right? It comes down and attaches over here. The semitendinosus and semimembranosus, those are tongue twisters, come down and attach on the medial side of the tibial, okay, down on here. All right, which makes sense because when you look at them, let's look on the little guy here. Here's our semimembranosus and tendinosus, two separate muscles, but they're kind of together there. They kind of work together. And then here is our biceps femoris. So our biceps femoris is going to come down and attach on the lateral side, which is the tibia and the fibula. And the semitendinosus and semimembranosus are going to attach on the medial side of the tibia. All right, that makes sense? So what do these guys do? Well, they all do the same three things, which helps. All right, so they are all definitely synergists. And they are antagonists of the quadriceps. So let's see if I can show you. So origins up here. Insertion is either over here or over here. So they are all going to extend the hip. Oops, I'm going to fall off my little step stool here. They are all going to extend the hip because they're pulling from insertion down on either side of the knee back up to here. So they're going to extend the hip. They're also going to flex the knee. So they're doing that motion, both of those motions. All right, remember they're on this side, so they're going to control things here. Extend the hip, flex the knee. All right, so those are a little tricky, but hopefully you'll be able to understand those and see what they do. That is the quadriceps and the hamstrings. Thank you.